Uh, Recently, I'm listening around a lot of news. Should I invest into Ayodhya? Should I buy a land? Should I invest into properties? But friends, let's understand one thing. Any property, there are few questions, few points that we should always consider. What are this? One, definitely when I say about it is the location appreciation that we talk in. It's about the market trends. It's about the development, specifically related to infrastructure, government policies, kind of road connectivity, railway connectivity, airport developments, what all things happening around. So specifically, if I say if you're looking kind of investment into real estate, what should be the category of real estate investment that we should look around? The most appreciated thing into real estate is always a plot. It's always a land, because land is something which is very raw, or else let's say this way, land is something which is very much limited, because we study always into economics. There is always a thing called demand and supply. One thing which is always limited, that is land. So as an investor, if I'm looking around to put into something where I get a very good kind of returns as on today's market, that is land. Now comes the second question: ki categorize land. Where should I buy a land? Should I buy a land in Mumbai? Should I buy a land in Pune? Should I buy in Bangalore? Or should I buy a land something somewhere in a tier 2 city? Specifically, if I categorize that also, today, if I have to buy a land, I will consider location something like a tier 2 location, something like Ayodhya. Now, immediate comes a question: why Ayodhya? Ayodhya is something which is in a thought process of every individual's mind today. Specifically after the court's verdict that we are coming up with a temple, the kind of development that city is looking around. Typically, Ayodhya was limited to a diameter of around 7 to, or in a radius of around 7 to 8 kilometers, which gradually today is growing. Airport came into life, international airport came into life, people are coming from worldwide. Specifically, I talk about the temple, Sri Ram temple. If I talk about Hindus, more prominent temple would be coming around in Ayodhya. So specifically, the growth that Ayodhya is looking around next 5 years, 7 years down the line, it's huge. If I look around through the graphs, just if I come up with this stat that has happened around in last 6 7 years, prior to the verdict, prior to COVID, Ayodhya, the property range which was into Ayodhya in around 2012 to 14, that was ranging into a range of 500 per square feet to somewhere between 2000 3000 rupees per square feet, depending on the locations that we were buying. Currently, the same locations is asking for a pricing ranging between 10,000 rupees to 14,000. Let's take the example of House of Abhinandan, which came up with strongly banged about Amitabh Bachchan buying a property in Ayodhya with pricing for 14,500 rupees per square feet. So that's the appreciation. And in fact, again, I would say 14,500 is just the start. The way the curve is moving around, it would definitely give you a return something around 2x, 3x, 4x kind of a returns, specifically in Ayodhya. So that's Ayodhya for all.